All right, good morning, everyone. This is Bishop Brack here from SimplyPips, and we'll just be playing around some crypto stuff today for some few minutes. If you've been following SimplyPips for a while, you notice I seem to be talking more about crypto lately than currencies. Again, the idea is to be financially free or stable, as the case may be. The instrument or the assets class that gives you freedom is immaterial. What happens is what matters the most is if you achieve your aim, right? So why have I been spending some time on crypto? Again, I'll explain briefly. When we trade currencies, we actually trade volatility, the movements in currency. Fully engage trade. And if price doesn't move fast enough or doesn't move high enough, there's a limit to the profits you could make, assuming lot size remains constant. So we actually make money when price moves. There has to be a change in price for profits to be made. Of course, losses also. Although trading in a brokerage firm, brokers MT4, even if price doesn't move, you lose money due to swap and the likes. Right. So here on Trading View, we have I have most of the Forex pairs here. If I click on change up here, I click on change. Let's take out BTC. BTC is not crypto, it's not Forex, I beg your pardon. And you check the highest negative change in Forex as at yesterday is NZD card, and it moved just 0.65%. The change is just 0.65%. If we check the highest in terms of positive change, that will be, again, let's leave GR30 and the cryptos. That will be GBP NZD, which is another 0.77%. So if I click on GBP NZD and I go to the daily time frame, the change in price from this point up there is just about 0.77%, right? That's what this is saying, that the change over like a day is just 0.77%. So if you check where price closed on Thursday, and you take it to where price closed on Friday, and you check the change in price, it will amount to 0.77% or thereabout, right? You can see right on the screen. That's what this is telling us. So if you're going to make money, you're only making from this. Why do people lose money heavily in crypto? Besides, even though it doesn't change that much, but people lose a lot. Why? Because of leverage. People take leverage, right? So you're having a 1:1,000, 1:500 account. Any slight change will be multiplied 500 times in your own account, right? If there is a slight change of 1%, it will be multiplied 500 times in your own account. And that is why people can make money and lose money from Forex. But on its own, as an asset class, it is not something that is highly, highly volatile, right? It isn't as volatile as we might think. Now I'm going to go to cryptocurrencies. And here I don't have all the cryptocurrencies in my watch list, But if I click on change here, you would see that the highest negative change on my own chart is negative 2 points. You just change, of course, crypto, another advantage, you can trade them 24/7, is about 2%. 2% or 2 point something percent is like 3 times 0.7. So it is more, I have 3 times more opportunity to make money in crypto than I can do in Forex. 3 times more opportunity. If I click the change and make it positive, that gives me 18%, ladies and gentlemen. Troy BTC moved 18%, right? Again, I called this particular trade and we're very close to our TP there. Very, very close to our TP on Troy. Congrats to those who bought, right? Now, 18 point something percent, just notice that if I bring out my calculator here and I do a simple, what's happening? Okay. And I do a simple arithmetic and we check 18.37 divided by, 0.7, that will give you the odds of winning, of making money here. Now, if I leave TradingView because I just have few coins I'm monitoring here, and I go to CoinMarketCap, if I go to CoinMarketCap, you would see the daily change, 24 hours, and you can also see the 7-day change, right? So Bitcoin had grown by 3% in 7 days and about 1% today. XRP grew by 58% in the last 7 days. It's dipped by 0.45%. Cardano, ADA, has grown by 16%. Let's go to the big one. Doge has grown by 409% in 7 days, 20% in 1 day. So in 1 day, if you invested just $100 and you are not leveraging, you are not doing 1:100, 1:500, you are just investing your simple $100 and you invested in Doge, you could be $20.80 richer if you invested 24 hours ago. If you invested in a coin like VET, you could be 32% up from yesterday. And of course, if you invested in coins like Ethereum Classic, you could be 51%. And if you did that 7 days ago, you could have doubled your holdings, right? You could have doubled your holdings. Just imagine that for you to double a $100 account in Forex, you would need to be smart with your position sizing. If you use too large a position size, because you are leveraged by 100, by 500, by 1,000, for instance, if you invest $100 and you are leveraged by 1,000, if price moves by 1% or 0.1%, your account is gone, right? Your account is blown instantly. Whereas if you have the $100 in crypto, price will have to move 100% against you for your money to become zero. And except you're trading futures, perpetuals, and the likes, your money will not even turn to zero. The value is what will drop, but you still be holding the asset, right? That is if you trade what we call spot. There's what is called spot trading, right? So if I bought a gold ring for my wife and she's holding on to the gold ring for 20 years, right? The value of, if it was 5 karat gold, for example, now, that 5 karat will remain 5 karat. The grammage will remain the same thing. The value in the market can go up and down, but what I'm holding is still 5 karat gold. If the value skyrockets by 1,000,000% in 20 years' time, I can still sell that 5 karat gold. If the value drops to half the value I bought it, I'm still holding the 5-carat gold. That is spot. So in spot, you are owning the asset, and you risk losing part of the value in the asset, or you enjoy the appreciation in the value of the asset, right? So basically, that's one advantage. Of course, you could trade leverage, right? In crypto, you could trade it on MT4, like I use Hugo's Way, because they have about 25 or 26 cryptocurrencies. You could trade it and still enjoy the leverage you enjoy in Forex. If I come here now and I quickly check Hugo's Way, let me check. Okay, I think this should be 1:500 leverage. Presently, Ethereum is selling. All I need to do, let's say I want to go in for a sell, and let's take the smallest lot size, and I say sell, for instance. If price, I want you to watch this part of my screen as I move it, right? It's going to show us potential profit or loss as I move. If I move my stop loss, or if price moves this to this point, I could potentially have made, if you can see, $152 on 0.01. On 0.01. So if you bought Ethereum, like some of us did, when it was a little under 2,000 after the dip, so let's go to the daily time frame. If you bought ETH when it was just here, right, just here, listen, 0.01. For you to use 0.01 and make $453 in Euro USD, price has to move for over how many thousand pips? 1,000 pips, not hundreds. On a 0.01, you trade in Forex, you trade 0.01, you are making 1 pip will give you what? How many cents? All right, so multiply it for you to get 453. You know the number of pips price has to move for you to arrive there. So crypto profits are insane. However, you know that as volatility has two sides. It could be bullish, it could drop, or it could rise. Now, the reason why I'm trying to onboard some people to learn crypto now is that we are in a period which I consider the easiest time to trade cryptocurrency. The easiest time to trade cryptocurrency is when you're in a bull run. When you are in a bull run, an alt season is basically the easiest time to trade cryptocurrency. And if you check blockchaincenter.net, it tells you that we are basically in an alt season on all parameters. On a yearly time frame, we are in alt season. On a daily time frame, we are 98% in alt season. On a monthly time frame, we are 92% in alt season. How do we determine whether we're in alt season or not? If 75% of the top 50 coins on CoinMarketCap perform better than Bitcoin over the last 90 days, it is officially an alt season. And are we in an alt season? The answer is a resounding yes. Why? 75% of the top 50 coins performed better than Bitcoin, right? So Bitcoin has grown in the last about 73%, recently. However, Ethereum has grown 100. BNB has grown 1,076%. XRP has done 580 something percent. Doge has done 3,506% growth, right? Litecoin 127. Tron has gone 475. RV has done 130, right? SC has done 1,153% growth above Bitcoin. Coins indicating that is out of the top 50 coins, the only one that has gone less than Bitcoin is SX with just 39.5%. So if you had bought Binance, I bought Binance BNB when it was $48, and when it went up to 58, I got some more BNB. I got some more, right? So I bought Binance. In fact, it was on the 5th of February, if I remember. That was my birthday, on the 5th of February, when I hopped on Binance, right? So here, if you held on to Binance from 5th of February, it has done 568%. Meaning from just February till now, if I invested $100 in Binance BNB, I could have been holding $568. If you trade crypto and Forex, you know what you need to do to be able to grow that kind of account. You know what you need to do. And this is not leverage. If I leverage this by 10x, that would be $5,686 from $100 if I leverage 10x. If I leverage 125x, do the math yourself. There is insane money in crypto, right? But I was about telling you guys that just that growth or volatility is double-edged. You could have the green and the red. But why do I feel it's practically the easiest time to trade cryptocurrency? I've shown you that we're in alt season, right? Number two, if your growths are usually bigger than your dips, then you obviously be making money. If you make more profits than you make losses, then you're making money, right? It's as simple as ABC. If I come to CoinMarketCap here and I go to cryptocurrencies and check gainers and losers, this is a rough one. Anyway, it's not too accurate in terms of technically, but let's take it roughly. If the top losers, the topmost loser is FBear, Bitcoin Cash Token Bear, which is a derivative. Let's take let's consider that. That's just 58%. That's a derivative. But let's take a token itself, FVerse, is just 53% drop. 53% drop. Now let's see top gainers under 24 hours. 1,616%, 983%. Check the top gainers versus the losers, right? It's insane. You practically can hold any coin and hodl it for a month and be in profit. Even though that is not advisable, right? You want to pick high probability trades, coins that have good FA and TA, fundamental analysis and technical analysis, to support your bullishness. So if you've been following me on TradingView, I drop some coins and I add some caveats that even if it drops to what I'll call the stop loss, rather than take my trade off, I will buy more, and that is called dollar cost averaging. And when it eventually moves, because we're in all season, everything is going to move. The problem is that it might not move at the same time. You have sporadic, parabolic movements along the coin, the crypto space. It's just like popcorn. One is popping at the other end. You can't really say which one will pop next. Everyone will just keep popping at their own time, not together, right? So what I intend to do is have a class, a 5-day session, to show you guys how I go through, how I sift information, right, to determine what cryptocurrency will most likely be popping up And if I miss the pop-up, what I need to do to be able to cash in, right? There is a science behind that, which we'll call a strategy, right? And after the program, for those of you who will be lazy to go through all of the science, of course, I'll direct you to where you can get trustworthy signals, some for free, some you get to pay some things, to be able to grow your account. I've been dropping some things for you guys on SimplyPips, just to let you know there's a difference between talking and trading. These are trades we take, right? So I bought, of course, I've taken some profit off cheese. When it started that massive move, we got in for about 300% growth on cheese. Now, when it did this drop down, we waited for, drew our line, and when we saw the break, we re-engaged again in the team. This was the price at which you got in 0.496, and that's it there. So I'm doing this so that you guys can be able to read the chart when I drop the chart in the group. When the blue lines are entry points. Anytime you see a blue line on my chart, that's my entry point, because sometimes for security reasons, I might not drop the value, right? So I bought Shizli's, right? At this price, I bought this quantity, and I bought about $100, right, worth of that. As at the time I was showing you guys this thing yesterday, it topped up at 70% growth, right? And notice the day I bought this on the 31st of March. So from the 31st of March, I've been able to make 70% from then. So meaning I could have my 90, or let's say $100 could be $170. You could cash out because you're at the top. You cash out. I'm holding because I see this thing pass before the end of the year, giving another 600, 700%. So I had no TP on this particular trade, right? Now, there is a science around how this can be done. I'm going to be showing you guys how to trade on MT4 and how to use proper risk management. If I click Control T now, you would see that the trade we just took is in profit of about $7. If you trade Euro USD 0.01, before you get $7, you should be sure that price would have moved 70 pips, right? And you know how difficult it is to catch 70 pips. We got the equivalent of 70 pips in less than 10 minutes of talking, right? We've been able to get that. And again, you can simply just close this trade as easy as you would close on MT4, right? So that is MT4. And unfortunately, you don't have so many coins on MT4. On CoinMarketCap, you have over 9,000 coins that can be traded. And there are ways you can trade it safely by taking the top ranking coins and focus on them. You could possibly do an average of the way I trade. If I have $1,000, for instance, in my mind, I'm not planning to win all the trades. I just need to make 50% on half, which is 500, right? And lose 25% on another 500, right? So that way I would have made 25% on 500. So if I'm making 25% on 500, it's as good as saying I'm doing 12.5% growth on my 1,000. Do this 10 times back to back, which could be 10 days or 20 days, and you've doubled your 1K. It's as simple as that, right? So I'll be showing you guys how to do this and how you can narrow down, check your fundamentals on CoinMarketCap, check your fundamentals here in Crypto Panic, check your fundamentals. I'll show you guys on Cointelegraph where you can check your fundamentals, how you can now go to your technicals and take your trade. The only thing is that since it's going to be a 5-day program, I won't be interested in embarking on this journey if I don't have at least 20 people subscribed to go through the process. For every group of people that go through this process, they will form a team. So I won't have a big group where everybody will be talking. Nope. You guys are going to form a team, and you guys will be generating signals on your own and multiplying your account on your own, right? One of the accounts has basically done 6 times between January and now, 6 times the initial investment. The initial investment, I think, was about 2008, and the account has done 6 times that amount, right? And without trade, without leverage, just spot, right? And that is exactly what we will be covering. But we need just about 20 people to be able to start. Less than that, it's not going to be worth my time at all. It's not going to be worth my time at all. When you look at cryptocurrency, look at this coin token dropped 32% in 7 days and 17% in 24 hours. It will look very, very sad until you get to check the chart. Until you check the chart, then you see that, okay, I could just click here straight up. You would see that the 12%, 36% you are seeing as drop is a fluke, because it has done massive growth. Massive growth. It got to the all-time high and it's just pulling back. You and I will wait for it to cool down. So if you watch some of the signals I've been dropping, I think I'll wrap up with that now, right? If you're on TradingView, go follow Bishop Raj on TradingView. I drop trade ideas once in a while. So when you drop your trade ideas, ensure you go to your settings and turn on notifications. Once I drop a trade idea, it will go. You get a notification straight on your mail. In your mail, I dropped this signal yesterday. If you picked up that signal, you should be up about 12% or thereabout, right? When I dropped it yesterday night, right? So if you are following the signals, this is what you need to know. If you see a red line, of course, I will drop explanations to some of the signals. So let's look at Algo, for instance, with the signal I just dropped before we started this meeting. And I'm hoping to buy Algo BTC, right? So you always see a blue line. That is your entry point, right? If price has not got to the entry point, wait for it to get by breaking and retesting. You can now take your buy. You don't even have to wait for a retest. A break above on the time frame upon which I sent the signal. This is a daily time frame. If it breaks, you take your buy. The green my internet connection seems to be poor, right? Okay, so this is seller. That is the blue line, our entry. This has 2 ways you can enter aggressive or you wait conservative. The green lines are take profits, right? So that is how you follow. You could drop your comments. You could drop, what if I dropped another one hard? BNB was yesterday, Ren. Theta is another coin I dropped again. You could check it out. So Theta break above the trend line, come back, buy. This was dropped April 13th. Let's see how it played out. If it played out well, boom, wow, price moved, right? So if you took Theta from that signal, you should have made, let's go to Theta and check. Theta USDT, I always use Binance. So if you took that signal on Theta, you possibly could have made over 30% of your investment. 30%. So imagine if you invested $50, you could have made 30%. If you invested $100, you could have like $30 extra. That is spot. Now, if you leverage by 10, then from your $100, you could possibly have made 300, right? It's as insane as that, right? So basically, that's how you follow the signals. Once in a while, I'll drop some technicals. This particular coin, massive one. This was the coin. This is If you've been following us on Telegram, remember we made over 2%. That is 20 times our initial investment on this particular coin. We made over 2,000%, 20x, meaning if you invested, I think I invested, I wasn't too sure of this project then. I invested about $8,500, but I moved it in Ethereum, and because of the gas fee, it turned out to be around $85. And by the time we were banking out, we were going out with over 1,800 from that particular project in few weeks, ladies and gentlemen. Right, so I feel it has done a healthy pullback. Again, I will drop it. If it breaks above, we will be restaking our longs for a possible 132% growth. Right, so there's a mindset that is needed to be able to trade crypto. You have to be able to hold, which we call hodl. We'll be discussing that again when we meet. We dropped this, when was that? Okay, just 13 hours ago, Ren. I don't think it has moved that much. I expect it to hit TP1 pretty soon. Ren USDT, let's check that.
Don't work, leave it. It won't work. Go and caution long for me. They should give you YouTube now. It's your birthday.
Somebody's mic is on. All right, so guys, that is what I need you guys to know, that if your aim is to make money, whether it be stocks, crypto, this is the easiest time to trade crypto now, because everything is popping up. Everything is popping up. Almost everything here is green. Almost anything here is green. If you buy the dips and sell the highs, you should be in profit on virtually every single coin. There are some coins that we know that is going to do 10x by July, August, based on fundamental analysis. There are some coins that are going to do much more than that. XRP, for example, made a lot of people very, very rich. It popped up from nowhere after announcement about some of the court rulings as it relates to SEC. And it popped massive. So if you bought XRP just last month at 21st, you would have bought it at 60 cents. Look at where it rose to. So from that point to this, on XRP alone, you would have done over 200% in less than 1 month. In less than 1 month. Massive growth possible that you will never see in crypto, in Forex. So if I call one of the crypto Forex pairs that moves the most is GBP NZD. If I check GBP NZD and I check 1 month movement, with EN, the profits we made with EN alone in 2 days. Now imagine an EN in 2 days, it didn't move 6%. So imagine what you could do with cryptocurrency that can move like 200, 300% within that same period, right? So I'll be stopping this now. I'm still thinking, what should I charge? Because people will usually charge hundreds of dollars for what we give. But you know, it's SimplyPips. We try to make things easy. We know most of our guys are from Nigeria and we know what the economy is saying. But I don't think we can have this class less than $100. And that's because we'll be having a minimum of 20 persons. Anything lower than that, not interested. It's not worth the time. So you guys have a wonderful weekend. I'll give room for 2 or 3 comments and then we'll call it a wrap. That would not be recorded, so I can stop.